In this presentation, you will learn about gender and development. According to the World Development Report 2012, gender can be viewed as socially constructed norms and ideologies that determine the behavior and actions of men and women. Understanding gender relations and power dynamics behind them is a precondition for understanding individuals' access and distribution of resources. It is also the ability to make decisions. The gender relations not only affect the adults but also both boys and girls in terms of social development. It needs to be also observed that compared with men, women control fewer political and economic resources, including land, employment, capital, and traditional positions of authority. Acknowledging and incorporating these gender inequalities into programs and analysis is therefore extremely important, both from a human rights perspective and to maximize impact in terms of socio-economic development. The WDR 2012 also highlights the importance of directly targeting the different obstacles faced in terms of women equality, especially in fields of economics or empowerment, educational gaps, household or societal voice, and violence against women, to enhance productivity, to improve long-term development outcomes. Gender equality is also seen important for sustainable peace, and there is a growing body of empirical evidence which suggests that the level of gender inequality can be associated with higher risks of internal conflict. Scholars' viewpoint. The theory of development can be strongly related to gender due to the fact that even today there exists exclusion of women from the process of development. In the book African Women and Development, A History, Margaret Snyder and Mary Tadis viewed women and development as an inclusive term to signify concept and a movement whose long-term goal is well-being of society, the community of men and women as well as children. Amartya Sen's argument is interesting, where he points out that societies need to see women as less passive recipients of help and more as dynamic promoter of social transformation. This would help in bringing about a change in the viewpoint in terms of education, employment, and ownership rights of women. This would also have a powerful influence on women's ability to control their environment at large scale and would lead to economic development. Overall, gender development means reducing the inequality gap and improving the status of women. Gender development can also be seen as providing training for income-generating skill sets, legal rights, reducing violence faced by them, and improving the standard of living of women. In a country like India, where women have to face discrimination at multiple levels, like caste, class, and because of being a woman, denied certain rights and privileges which men have, they are further denied of rights and quality health care, especially during maternity, and even basic medical services if women reside in remote, deep villages. To understand the roots of inequality, we have to look into multiple factors for answers. According to Kabir, gender inequality exists with capitalistic societies too. She points out that human societies are existing on the gender lines, hence the goal of development should be that of sustainable, which includes every inhabitant, as the development theory gives a marginal status to women's need. According to Kabir, the household is the first site for construction of power relations. Gender and development with reference to work. The International Labour Organization talks about gender and development in the context of work, where there needs to be equality in terms of women and work. Some of the elements related to this are having equal treatment in terms of opportunity and with respect to employment, having equal remuneration for equal value of work, maintaining equal access and having safe and healthy working conditions, environment and social security, having collective bargaining measures, creating an environment where there is equality in terms of obtaining meaningful career choices, creation of an environment where there is a balance between work and home, which is needed for both men and women, having equal participation in decision making at all levels of society. Even today, there are females who working at home and their labor is not treated as income. In a way, it is not acknowledged as work by the government and it is not reflected anywhere in the gross national income of the country. Including this kind of work would help to know important data about the nature of work, education, age of working, etc., and accordingly measures could be taken. This is necessary as females constitute half the population of the world. Thank you for watching the presentation. Do like, share, subscribe, and leave your comments about this presentation or any other topic you would like to learn more about.